Let's keep it real sports talk. 100% facts, zero feelings. Florida, football. Some things got to change. Now, this isn't a rant, especially about firing Mullen. I think that's the last thing we should do. Just get that out the way. Firing Mullen, no. If we fire Mullen, Florida will be bad for the next 10 years, as we were after Urban left. It's easy fixes that can right this ship. One, the whole world knows. Fire Grantham. It is not so much just firing Grantham. He should have been gone last year at the end of the season, but COVID, other excuses, I could see why you would bring him back. This year, he should have been going off to LSU. I put that on Mullen. 100%. He has to be able to make that hard choice. For some reason, Mullen does not make the hard choices in the time that they need to be made. You look back at Felipe Franks, Kyle Trask, Emory Jones, all on the same team. Franks should not have been the quarterback at the time he was. If he doesn't get hurt, we never know the magic of Kyle Trask. Point blank, period. He was forced to make that move. This season, he made the move from Emory to AR after the LSU game, where it was just blatant. There was no way you could speak about not starting him and not playing him the majority of the time, just not starting, but him getting the majority of the play time. He was forced to make that move. At this point, you're forced to get rid of Grantham. You do it now, it gives you more of a chance to get out there and find a defensive coordinator and hopefully save recruiting, save players potentially transferring, things like that. He has to make that choice now. If he doesn't, it's going to have a bad impact on the offseason. If he waits until after a bowl, well, if we get to a bowl game, but at the end of the season, if he waits, it's going to be a lot different. He needs to do that now. I would love to see Grantham replaced with a younger, more energetic DC. Somebody that brings some energy, some fire to the defense. Someone who connects with the players. Someone who the players show up to play for because they're done. The defense, they're done. They're playing because, they're competitive. They're going to show up. They're going to play. But that fire, that run through a brick wall for your coach mentality, they don't have that for Grantham at all. You can see it. You can see it in their press statements. You can see it on the field. It's just not there. And everybody knows it. Mullen knows it. The face he had yesterday wasn't a face of him not caring about the outcome. It was a face of, I got to let my guy go. You have to. It's business. At the end of the day, you get paid a whole lot of money to make tough decisions. And this is a tough decision that you have to make. So the only thing I put on Mullen, make the tough choice. Well, it's really not tough, but it may be tough for you to make that choice to get rid of Grantham. Start the search for the new defensive coordinator. Start the search for potential upgrades at the position staff. All of the staff can be replaced on defense. Maybe C-Rob, the linebacker coach, you may keep him because linebackers haven't really played bad this year. Diabate played a lot better. The way he coached up Moon to play linebacker is crazy. Hopper's played crazy when he's gotten in the game. So I don't think you replace C-Rob. He's young, energetic as well. The players respond to him. But the rest of the guys, Turner, he's hit or miss. Coach Jules, Coach Griff, there's no commitment to either one of those guys. After just getting them for the year. So they could go if you find a a better replacement. I don't say just fire him just to fire him, but if you get a DC and he brings in somebody who's a better recruiter, just as good as the coach, you got to bring him in. This offseason will dictate Mullen's tenure at Florida. This offseason will determine everything. Where's this program going to go? Is it going to always be a 3-loss team, 8 wins, 9 wins? Or are they going to get over the hump and get in the conference playoffs? Even if they extend to 6 teams, 12 teams, who cares if you're not competing to be the top one? You can put it 32 teams. It doesn't matter if you're not going to be in the top one, the top two. So that's what could fix this situation. Another issue, recruiting. This season showed what happens when we don't have the recruits you need for your system. Now this is season 4 for Mullen, I believe. So he should have his players that he needs for his system. He doesn't. For whatever reason. The wide receiver, they're all big, they're all strong. That's great. You're missing a human joystick in the middle. You had Tony your first 3 years. This is the first year without a player like that. That's a little shifty, quick. We don't have that. The closest we have is Copeland. But Copeland's the only real threat at wide receiver. So teams can easily take him out the game, take him out the equation. So, you need that. So recruiting wise, you got 3 guys in, Chandler Smith, Gibson, forgot the other kid's name, Isaiah Bond. So you got 3 young guys coming in next year that, I think 2 of them have that quick burst, that quick shiftiness, that plug and play. If you can get Evan Stewart, I know it's between Texas and Florida. Texas is playing like hot garbage as well. So hopefully that gives us, a little hope to show Stewart like, look, man, we need your we need you to come fill this role. We don't have it. Come in, be that guy for the next 3-4 years. So hopefully they can sell him on that. But recruiting wise, offensive lineman, Hevesty got to go. There's no reason you should take 3 years to develop a guy. There's no reason you should take 3 years to develop a guy. There's no way you're going to get a 4 or 5-star recruit on the O-line when you go into his house and sit down with him and his parents and say, hey, our plan is to sit you for the first 2 years to get your body right, to get your skills right, so that way you can go out there and compete. They're going to look at you, take your free gear, your free trips, and go somewhere else. It's that simple. If the kid can play, he can start. Because the guys in front of him aren't that far ahead. We zone block and we pull. That's it. At the end of the day, if you can't teach your guy how to zone block, how to pull, how to anchor down, then that's a testament to coaching. That's not the player needing development. That's the coach needing better coaching skills. So Hevesty has to go. So it's the players on the team. We have some that should probably be playing more. But at the end of the day, it's the decisions of the coaching staff. Mullen delegates way too much power to his coaching staff. That's another issue. Greg Knox, the running back coach, should not be dictating who gets in the game, when they get in the game, and how much they get in the game as a running back coach. Absolutely not. He should be giving his advice to Mullen and say, hey, this guy's been doing good this week, in practice, you know, he should probably get some more touches. But at the end of the day, that's Mullen's decision. He delegates way too much power. You can even see it with defense with Grantham. It's like it's two different head coaches. Well, actually, there's no head coach. It's Mullen as the offensive coordinator, Grantham as the defensive coordinator. They show up on Saturday, they play. And you can tell. Mullen's like, what's going on here? He looks lost when they're on defense because he doesn't know what's going on because he's not in the meeting with them because he's in the offensive meeting. You can't analyze your defensive players when they're on the sideline because you're calling the plays. You have to get an offensive coordinator that's going to come in. He can run your offense that you want him to run. I don't think that's the issue. But you need someone to take that burden off of you so that way you can float back and forth. Special teams has been terrible this year. You can tell they don't get the attention that they need. Defense is terrible. They don't get the attention that they need from the head ball coach. Offense, not bad. Inconsistent quarterback play, but we knew that was going to happen. Emory just isn't that guy, and AR just isn't ready. So either one you put in, it's going to be an issue. So next year, I think it's going to be better. I don't see both quarterbacks coming back. You're not going to have AR and EJ on the same team next year. I don't see it. One of them are leaving. I personally think it should be EJ. I love the kid, but I mean, he has to go somewhere to where he's going to play. Show his ability for the best chance if he wants to play at the next level. AR needs to be the quarterback next year. Then you have two guys underneath him, Kitna, Del Rio, and you have Nick Evers coming in. I mean, it's time to start that process. Personally, I don't see them both coming back. But I could be wrong. But next year, AR needs to be the quarterback outright. So, with all the sports talk of firing Mullen, like I said, not this year. If he doesn't make any changes, he doesn't fire Grantham, he doesn't get some more, recruiters on board, some analysts, upgrade position coaches, then yeah, next season will probably be his last if he has a similar result. So next year is the year to say, hey, we put it together. We should be playing at a very, very, very high level. That's just my opinion. I'm just a guy who enjoys Florida football. So to recap, get rid of Grantham now, not later. Get rid of him now. Off season, you need a new O-line coach. You need a new running back coach. If you can, get upgrades at other position coaches, especially on defense. Make the move. Make the tough decision. It's time to upgrade the process. I don't want Mullen to leave. I recognize Mullen of the genius that he is. Offensively, he's top 3 in college football. But as a head coach, it's kind of iffy. See what happens. We will see what happens. But do me a favor, man. Like, comment, subscribe. We have more videos coming. We're going to do some more in-depth, probably some film studies. Talk about some other schools, other games, other programs, some pros. I'm a Gator fan, but you got to talk about UGA and how great they're playing. Talk about Bama. Is it over for them? Is the dynasty over? Schools like Kentucky, are they coming up? Michigan State, things like that. Cincinnati. So we'll be try to drop 2 episodes a week. Stay tuned, man. Again, keep it real. Sports talk, 100% facts, zero feelings.